Hold up. The Contagious Diseases Act, passed in Britain in the 1860s, was a series of laws designed to control the spread of venereal diseases within the British Army. The act allowed police in designated garrisons and port towns to detain women suspected of and force them to undergo medical examination. The legislation emerged from anxiety about high infection rates among soldiers and sailors, which officials argued weakened the military and their readiness for combat. Supporters claimed the act was necessary to protect national security by reducing STIs in the military. They also believed compulsory examination would provide faster diagnosis and treatment for infected women. The act left the definition of undefined, so the cops had the discretion of just picking whoever, and they faced limited ability to refuse medical examination without criminal penalty. In practice, the act overwhelmingly targeted working class women, particularly those assumed to be workers, based solely on appearance or location. Men, including the military client who spread these STIs, faced no equivalent scrutiny or punishment. Women who were tested could be detained in locked hospitals for months, often with limited legal recourse. Critics argue that the act codified double standards by holding women solely responsible for the spread of STIs. The act sparked wide public outrage, especially after 1869, when middle-class reformers recognized the extent of the state power over women's bodies. Campaigners such as Josephine Butler led the Ladies' National Association, which became the central force in the repeal movement. She condemned the legislation as both morally unjust and scientifically flawed, noting that forced examination rarely reduced disease rates, especially if you're examining the wrong people. Public debates intensified over whether the state had the right to police women's bodies and how they use it in the name of public health. Growing oppositions revealed deep concerns about civil rights and the ethics of medical coercion. By the 1880s, sustained activism and parliamentary pressure forced a re-evaluation of the act. The government ultimately suspended compulsory examinations in 1883 and fully repealed the act in 1886. Their downfall marked an important victory for women's rights and civil liberties in Victorian Britain.